got another Dragon-Fall flip through and giveaway. So today is a pretty exciting one. I have a copy of this myself already. It's by Ronin Publishing. They fame for me is they did the Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 2nd Edition. They've also sent us a copy of Dragon Age, which I'll be going through as well. But this is the Expanse role-playing game. What's nice is you're kind of seeing if you're a fan of the novels or you're a fan of the TV show, they're a little different. They diverge a little bit, which is good. People say which they prefer and stuff like that. This is got kind of like, I'm not saying it's a big departure, but it's definitely a little bit different than what we're used to. So, it's the Age Adventure Game Engine, which I believe is the same one they're using in Dragon Age and Genesis. Genesis being that, like, I don't want to say generic system. They also did, it's right on my shelf, Blue Rose, which is like kind of like a romantic one. Like a lot less violent. So the introduction here is going to tell you about, how people have been living in the asteroid belt and Mars and stuff like that. It does have a spoiler warning right here. So yeah, you're hearing it from them first. It pretty much, I think, goes through the first 2 books. So if you've watched the television show, you're definitely caught up. I think that's in its 3rd book now. That kind of gives them room to kind of branch out according to the publishing stuff. I think there's a couple more. I mean, this could have a lot of legs. I know that it was a popular Kickstarter, but I don't know. I should have looked it up before I'm doing this. This is a flip through. This is not a documentary on Ronin Publishing. But it's got good art stuff here. It's got like minor consequences, moderate consequences, and major consequences for most things. Not a lot of different stuff you have to worry about, like fatigued, free-falling, stuff like that. Like, I don't see formulas, if you understand my meaning, where there's bracket after bracket of what's going on. Let me try to get some of that glare out of the way. So, gonna have to work on my lighting eventually. So this is a lady from the cover. Yeah, so I'm guessing she's part of the crew. You talk about your origin, your background. So you can make characters from scratch. That's one of like the richer colonies there. Just liking this book. I'm gonna have to go a little faster than what I'm doing. But it's got a good consistent like art style. It's laid out well. Where like it's kind of like their standard and many standard like layout thing. Like I know which area to flip through for the player section. The things all kind of make sense. I haven't played it yet, but I haven't. Usually I'll have little one-off games with people. We'll get together and play little one-off games, and I think this would be good for a couple sessions and stuff like that. But this year has been really about meat and potatoes. Talking about Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, the game that Ronin did ages ago. I've been playing that for 4 months with some friends straight. So I think that's Abasara. If I'm saying that, I'm saying it incorrectly, but I'm adjacent. So there's some political stuff to it. If you haven't, there's as much action as politics and intrigue in the Expanse, and some like sci-fi wizardry. So yeah, this is a bunch of different character traits, which, since everyone's pretty much a specialist, there's specializations. That's not surprising to me. It's a lot about the story is kind of like individualism and like individual characters and how like they either shine or ruin things based on their experiences and their what they're good at. So if it wasn't particularly character driven, I'd be like, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, some cool guns. A lot of the guns are very cybertech aesthetic. And then you get some, space marines, like literally space marines from Mars. And they're, of course, have that space marine aesthetic. So, gameplay. We'll just flip through and look so smart here. So yeah, there's penetrating damage, fortune, like it's got a lot of the, sci-fi accoutrement, but it's a little, stunts. I think it seems like it's pretty boiled down with a lot of secondary stuff if the game master wants to do it. And being a kind of game master where I kind of hand wave certain things if they get too complicated and involve book flipping, I feel like you could, especially if you're used to their system, very much. Yeah, I like the spaceship art. You could specialize and get good at this one. Get things pretty memorized. You might have to look at travel and communication distance between planets and stuff like that. But if you're a good game master, you're going to be just kind of guessing and making everyone feel good about it. Great spaceship art. Awesome spaceship art. Yeah. Keep this coming. I will buy an extra spaceship source book for this just because I think the spaceships all kind of make sense. They're like never really meant to land anywhere, so they're kind of blocky, but they are just like kind of all look like rockets themselves. They're cool. So this is some story. This is when you learn about the Outer Planets Alliance and Earth and Proto-Molecule. That this would be Thomas Jane in the TV show Handsome Devil. It's ticking all the boxes. Oh, it actually, yeah, I forgot about this. They actually have the characters from the show with stat lines and backgrounds. So if you want to play as Alex Kamal, you could. Yeah, Bobby Draper. So yeah, this is first 2 books. It's not a spoiler. Like, Bobby doesn't get offed in the beginning of book 3 or anything like that. But like what I'm seeing here is all the first 2 books. I think that stands for the brief summary I looked for. I've already read most of the books, so like I wasn't super concerned with the spoiler warning. I'm never really concerned with spoiler warnings that much. I now like, oh no, there's cool like zombie creatures that aren't quite zombies. Like, oh no, I don't want that. It's ruined for me. Yep, it's fantastic, guys. So with this, for subscribing to the channel, you automatically get a chance to win this. I'll be giving this one away like the week of the actual convention. God, it's good, just so good, guys. Yeah, there's all there's series planning, which is cool. Yeah, I can't say that there isn't a lot of meat on this bone. But also, for every $1 that you donate to the Dragon-Fall Charity Foundation, gets you another chance to win. So, beautiful. Hope that was succinct enough. Oh, yeah, it's also got this little thing. So if you want to, it's got a quick little guide. It's not quite like a Game Master thing, more of like a pull-out. I don't know if it's got... So there's no art on the back. I was wondering if it's also a doubles as a poster. But... yeah, there's that average distance between locations for you, so you can have that. I'm sure it shows you the solar system. I mean, that's useful if you're not nerdy about that stuff and you don't know where Ganymede is, and Callisto and stuff like that. I think that stuff's fun. Yeah, this is a great book. I think it's the good price point at the $50, but you could get it for free for subscribing or donate. Take your chances. Whoever gets this, I'm sure it'll be a happy home. Yeah, so this Expanse role-playing game. Big fan of Green Ronin. I'm sure that you'll love it when it gets in your hands. All right? Thank you. Appreciate watching.